when I came. Okay. Get back to me in a second.
Yeah, both of them does.
Good luck.
We don't give authorization. Resident does. They have authorization. Yeah,
Both of them, they're both on there. They're both on there.
Hey, tell Rob. Rob should have been told you that you're going to jail. Why he didn't tell you? He tell you everything else. Okay, I need help to get these. No, I just need to get these 2 Grammys up here.
Yeah, we can't go in.
Okay, well, I'm going to get the chair. I don't want no beef, you know, it is what it is. So I just rather live my life. I'm good. It is what it is, honey. Well, what it is. I'll be good. I live my life. And you guys, you're disrespecting his home. I don't know who the hell you guys are. You need to get the fuck out of here. Guys, we are live with Joycelyn. Oh, we are live. We're live. Wow. We're live. We are live. Here, take everything out. What's yours? What's yours? What you want to take? You take all this shit. You're not getting this. Here. You got these grown men in his household. You know he don't accept that. Oh, he don't like that. He don't like men. You just told on your own boyfriend. You just told.
So this is what Azriel Clary was doing. She's showing you what she has been doing. She went up into the house. She's taunting Joycelyn Savage. You see how she's kicking the boxes. She moved out. Why did you go back? Why did you go back with Shabazz? What was y'all purpose? To get her locked, start a fight, get her locked up, get her out of that house to do what? You see how she taunting Joycelyn Savage, kicking boxes and taunting her, agitating her. And that's what she was doing the entire time. Did you hear her when she said, that's why he told you to leave when I came? That lady went into the house to run amok and be a demonic spirit.
Azriel.
Yes.
Now, what was that mask for?
He said that this mask was to basically for him to go out more with us without being noticed, and that we'd be able to go out to like dinners and clubs and all kinds of stuff without him being noticed. And that was his purpose of ordering that mask.
Okay, U.S. versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, the government. What gave Shabazz the right to go into this man's house, open up his property, go off in his boxes? So you guys expect for us to believe the information you received from an informant, Azriel Clary. She went back into that man's house, planted a whole lot of other things. She got that man's phone while she was at that residence, texting from his phone to her phone. Okay? So all that stuff that y'all doing, that's a no-no. Shabazz had no business messing with Robert's property, going through his things. Neither was Azriel Clary, because she was no longer a resident at that place. She moved out. She came with the intent to do what they set out to do, to try to set up Robert Sylvester Kelly. I don't care what nobody say.
It's one-on-one. This is like...
Okay. Open this up.
Sorry for you. No. Nope. 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 Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me. Do not say anything to me. Joy is in jail for assault. So I feel so sorry for the both of you. Don't say anything other to me. I feel bad for you. I know, yes, you do. You do. You do. You do. You knew I was coming up here to get Joy, and you lied to her. You lied to her. Yep. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you, Bear. I'm sorry for you. I am so sorry for you. Oh, it's Bear. It's done. It's done, Bear. It's done. It's over. It's over. You may not even make it to trial. I'm so sorry for you. I'm sorry. I really did love you. And you lied to me, and you used me, and you played me.
I love you. No.
Yes, you did, Bear. Yes, you did, Bear. Bye.
I had some time to go back and look over some things and listen real close. And what Shabazz did was dead ass wrong. And what this woman doing is a demonic spirit in action. And also, you have to think about it, you guys. What she tried to do was an entrapment. And, you know, my opinion, this was entrapment was ordered by the government. Okay? And I'm going to tell you the reason why. First, let me say this. You hear Robert say, no, I had nothing to do with that. I did not. Words like that. She tried to entrap him by the direction of the government. That is my opinion. You didn't hear her say, oh, you didn't feed us. You kept us locked in rooms. You beat us. You know, you did, you know, things like that. She said, you lied to us. She tried to put Joy on the lie train with him. You know, because Joy, she want to speak for Joy. She want to be able to, you know, have it on record speaking for Joy. Joy didn't speak for herself. Joy didn't say that. She went on a rampage after he didn't allow her to come visit him at the jail. So we have a woman in this man's home. Let's just say alleged. She gets his phone, which is plenty of witnesses to verify that. She will get Robert's phone. She will text herself and delete it from his phone, but she'll have it in her phone to make it seem like he texts her something else, you know. And then she will coerce or, you know, do some things to entrap him. She would try to do different things to entrap him while she was in the home as a federal informant, allegedly. Okay, so like I said, once again, you hear the words, no, I had nothing to do with that. I didn't. You hear words like that from Robert. And so let's go back a little further. You know, because I found it very, very fishy when Robert was at the MCC. And so I believe truly in my heart, by the direct direction of the government, they had Robert to get on a private phone, not the recorded phone. Had him to get on a private phone to feel like he can say something to incriminate himself. Okay, so we're gonna have somebody at MCC to go rush and get him because this is an emergency, and let him talk on the phone to Azriel Clary, our informant, so we can see if he's gonna, you know, incriminate himself. And so I'm like, okay, and now I'm getting this. And so I was asking myself, wait a minute, that's kind of weird. Why would employee jeopardize their job? When you hear that this person was fired, it was ordered by the government. A non-recording phone call to try to get Robert in more trouble. To try to say, oh, he's calling people from unrecorded phone line to go in and direct someone to do this and try to do that. You know, and so why the government have to do that? So that's one. Another thing, why did y'all have to have it on recording? If you have him having sex with underage females, why you gotta try to have someone to record them when y'all stating that y'all got this evidence? That's the question on that. And then I thought about it. Somebody bringing a unsearched letter to give to Robert. That's another entrapment. Like I said, do y'all really think Robert is this person, this criminal that's been in jail, in and out of jail, like Demetra Smith and people like that, to understand that that letter has to be opened and searched by security and read? Do you think he knew that? So I'm going to put this on him as well. I see entrapment all day long, and I'm trying to figure out all this hoorah and carrying on that the government did to make the public believe that they had so much on this man, all these devices, but y'all had to get this woman to go in and terrorize Joycelyn Savage, pick at her, and start a fight to get her out the way. To go into this man's home and dig through his personal belongings. And that's breaking the law. But I guess the informants can do all kinds of things, break all kinds of laws. And that needs to be looked into as well. Because that's not right. Shabazz had no business opening that man's box. And then I thought about another thing. What y'all tried to do with this mask? What y'all felt like that mask was gonna do and represent? Because y'all went straight to that box. Y'all knew what box it was in. Did y'all bring that box in that man's house? Did she order that mask? Or let's do better than that. We know Robert goes on these tours, and then we know he does shows. He does video. Was the mask for somebody else to wear on that video, or to wear on stage and perform? So we're not gonna listen to no Azriel Clary, because she have never been consistent. Her lies has been ongoing for years and years and years. So you want us to believe what she said in front of Shabazz's camera? Get the hell out of here.
Before he has Nix tell the workers to move everything out.
But we want to talk to you about the storage. You don't need to worry about going there because we are sending agents there to secure the area.
Okay.
Have you been to the storage facility yourself?
I have been.
Okay, and around when was the last time you were there?
The last time we went there was after we moved out of the studio. We went there because we had to get like winter clothes out of there. So we got like winter clothes, jackets, that's me,
Okay.
all kinds of stuff that we needed to get out.
And around when was
So we have the federal informant stating that she has gone into the storage on this conversation here.
I believe it was sometime this year, probably around like maybe February.
approximately February of 2019?
Yes, of 2019. And at the time, Robert was low on money, so he also went there to see, like, to get budget. He maybe felt like he had stashed some and maybe a jacket or something.
Okay, and what does the storage unit look like?
The storage unit is like an...
You want to go back and roam through that man's stuff too, to see if he had some money, if you didn't already did it before you ran off and left. You went through that man's items. We already know you got a lot of his personal belongings. So did you go through his coat jackets and stuff? That's why you got that jacket, huh? You were going through them coat jackets. And you like, oh, I like this. I'm going to take this with me. You were going through pockets, you know, thinking that hoping that he had some cash stashed somewhere.
Industrial building, so it looks very, very regular. It's just like a warehouse that is full of stuff. It's full of furniture from his first big house, from his first mansion. It has cars in there, I believe. It's just a bunch of stuff that has accumulated from every single apartment that he's had over these prior, years. I know for sure it is in Schaumburg because it's about 10-12 minutes from Whitfield Mall in Schaumburg. So usually what we would do is we would go to the mall while they were at storage.
We will go to the mall and they would. So she tells the federal agent that while he's at the storage putting up devices, they will be at the mall. Vice versa, you be at the mall while they playing basketball or rehearsing or practicing or in the studio. But y'all wasn't locked in no rooms. You didn't tell the federal agent, y'all, while we was locked in the room, they were going to the storage. While we was bound down and gagged down and we couldn't talk and things, you know. But you were at the mall shopping. Money to go and shop. That was your escape then, right? You could have escaped then. They was at the storage, you say. And y'all would go shopping. What kidnapper and what monster would do something like that? Will give you money and just leave you be. You might escape. Right?
And the time you were there, did you see any other types of items like electronics or?
No, but I know that all of his electronics are in storage. I know that for a fact.
And how do you know that?
Because he has told me and because he confides in me. And when they move stuff, they move everything to storage.
Okay. And did he tell you they were in that storage unit?
He did not tell me, but I know that that is the only storage that they move everything to. Because like I said, it has stuff from his Orland Park home in there. When you first go in, there's nothing but trash bags and racks of clothing, because that is the last stuff that was left when they moved out everything in the studio. And then in the back room, it goes on infinitely. Like, I couldn't even tell you, like, what's in there because it's so much stuff in there. It's just piled and piled and piled and piled. But I do know for sure that his electronics, his iPads, everything is in there. Old phones that girlfriends have that, you know, he keeps when they leave. They are all in there. He definitely does try and keep it concealed. He will put it in a different box, like maybe a shoe box, a Versace box. He'll have about 20 iPads in one box. And he'll tell them to bring a Versace box or bring a Tom Ford box from storage. And when you open it up, it'll have about 20 to 30 iPads in it. And he'll keep those iPads for, you know, periodically, and then he'll switch them out.
While you were in the warehouse part, did you see any boxes?
It's hundreds of boxes.
No, because they had you snooping through this man's stuff and setting him up. That's why. And then the devices, and he keep those devices because, as we all know, that Robert does not write his music with pen and paper. He docks it down on a device. Whatever device, if he don't have his enough memory in his phone, he will get somebody else's phone and he'll put it in there once a beat comes into his head, or he'll hum something, and then he'll get to the studio and dop it down. Okay?
Yes.
Video. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, unless they get a say so from Mr. Kelly. Thank you. Next time, if they do come, if she comes without Joycelyn, she cannot be up here.
Joycelyn's with me.
Okay, she's not here presently.
Oh, she is.
No, she's not. If Joycelyn isn't here presently, do not let her up, or I will call the police.
And I'm going to call the police on you, too.
Okay, thank you.
And he can report all.
Authorized user. She's coming in to take some
You're in the house.
Of the unit. You're not allowed to program or record any of this activity.
In the house?
In the house, yes. We're building security. You're not allowed.
Who are you talking to like that?
She's
She can be authorized, but for her protection, she can come in. But for her protection in this house, we're filming.
Can you not film me, please?
Don't come in.
Sir.
Well, come in. For her protection,
Who are you?
I am a friend of hers, and I'm here for her safety.
Okay, but you shouldn't be recording.
I'm not recording in Trump. I'm recording inside of the house.
Exactly.
Maybe, I don't know. They need to probably call the police. Well, ladies, come and get what you need.
Yeah.
It's recording. Now let him come in. Let him come take what they want to take. can't go in there and take any.
Come on, put these Grammys on the thing right now. Put the Grammys on there. I can help you. I don't think you would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They don't want them.
Hurry up.
I just wanted to get the Grammys and get all his stuff out of here. Stuff that he has earned. He does not deserve this. It's not right. I wouldn't allow this. Thank you.
Pay attention, everyone. Like I've been saying this, and when I saw this situation before Shabazz showed it, and when it came out on IG, and I was telling you guys, I said there was a setup because I spoke on it like the day before, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, she up to something. She up to something. And so Shabazz tried to use the excuse that, you know, he didn't know. Shabazz knew all this stuff. And then they violated a lot of things on here. I'm looking at the violations of what they did. Azriel no longer lives there. They go to the apartment. Nobody had time to take Azriel off the list, but they wasn't worried about it because they were packing up to leave anyway. Robert asked her to go and remove their things. So Azriel finds out about it. So she calls Shabazz. Shabazz knew this was going to happen. The lady Kimberly comes up because they find out Azriel is there. So Joy don't want to be in no confrontation with this lady. She know how demonic she can be, and she sends Kimberly up there. Kimberly, you know, say, hey, these people up here, they're filming. You can see where Shabazz had chopped some of that conversation up, you know, took Kimberly out. She said, I'm leaving out of here. She said, these people recording. So you hear Azriel trying to get Joy up there to the Trump Towers. Kimberly was like, she is with me. And she's like, no, she's not. She said, she is with me. She said, well, you better have her to come up here because the next time you come up here, I'm going to call the police. So Kimberly said, I'm going to call the police on you too. So Kimberly knows that she moved out. She ain't had no business there. So Kimberly telling her, I'm going to call the police on you. So I put it in slow motion so you guys could see the expression on her face, knowing that Joy was coming up there, and she knew exactly what she was doing, and that she was trying to lure her up there, Joycelyn Savage, to get her, try to get a confession. You slept with me when I was a minor, but you were 17 years old. If you slept with Joy, y'all slept with each other in Illinois, and Joy was what 18, 19, 20. So that wasn't the case right there. You try to put a case on her. You try to put a case on everybody. And that speaks volume on you. You just love to say that you slept with somebody. So that right there show that you was easy to just open your legs up to any and everybody, because you letting you tell it you sleeping with everybody. Okay? So it wasn't no forced sexual, you know, entanglement. You volunteered to do it if it happened. So that speaks volume on you. But back to Shabazz. And he's recording when they told him not to record. So he also violated something by recording. And so then you have Joycelyn, you know, like you ain't got no business recording and, you know, and things like that. So he still record the fight. And Joycelyn didn't authorize him to put that out there with her face on there in that fight. She didn't authorize that. She didn't authorize that. He knows this. And they set that up. And so she's in there talking to Shabazz, Azriel Clary, about Robert. So what she says that Robert did this and did that. But that was before she talked to the feds. So when she talked to the feds, she said, he beat me, he did this, he spanked me, he did that. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. And then when they tried to entrap Robert, what she say? You taped me. Okay? And so if you're a couple and you're recording and recording for your safety, that wasn't a violation. It wasn't put out as a porn or anything like that. I call bullshit on this, entrapment, and all this setup, you know. You guys, that's why I say you have to keep your eyes and ears wide open. And sometimes if it take you to go over things more than once, because you might forget something, go back and listen at it again.
All you did was get rich off these war crimes. It's a conspiracy. Who's the terrorist? The U.S. government must be the terrorist.